Good day everyone, welcome to THREE channel. Today, we're going to discuss another topic. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. Thank you and God bless. Good day everyone, welcome again to THREE channel, and for today's topic, we are going to discuss all about three-phase induction motors. So let's get started. Three-phase induction motors. The most commonly used electric motor is the three-phase induction motor. Like any other motor, an induction motor consists of a stator and a rotor mounted on bearings and separated from the stator by an air gap. Alternating current is supplied to the stator windings, and the current in the rotor windings are induced by stator currents. An induction motor operates on the basis of interaction of induced rotor current and air gap fields. So that's for the definition and for the introduction of this three-phase induction motor. Let's proceed to the so yung mga terms and concepts na and formula na ating ma-encounter here in three-phase induction motors. So first is the synchronous speed that we use NS and sub S. So the speed of a rotating magnetic field in an AC motor. Ang gamit nating formula is N sub S or NS is equals to 120F over ng ating P, that is the pole. So F is the frequency of the voltage applied to the stator in Hertz, P is the number of poles, and N sub S is the synchronous speed in RPM. The next one is the rotor speed, the speed at which the rotor rotates. Okay, so the speed, this speed can be measured by means of tachometer. So, yan, meron tayong ginagamit class dito na device wherein may measure natin yung kanyang speed, the rotor speed. We use N sub R para sa this rotor speed. And the next one is the slip speed. Ayan, wherein ang gamit natin is N sub slip. So, it is the difference between the synchronous speed and the rotor speed. Yan. So, ito yung ating formula. N slip is equals to NS minus NR. Yan. And the slip, yan, which is yung S na maliit, or yan, ay yung ating ginagamit. The ratio of the slip speed to the synchronous speed. Yan, so the ratio of slip speed to the synchronous speed. So, di ba yung slip speed natin is NS minus NR? Ngayon, ito, NS minus NR over ng NS. That is the slip. The other, ayan, so in getting naman yung NR natin, so we can use NR is equals to NS minus 1 multiplied by 1 minus yung ating slip, and also this one, NR is equals to 120F over P multiplied by 1 minus S. So, ayan, that is for the slip, and ayan, so yung ating formula for NR class. And we also have this rotor frequency. So the EMF induced in the rotor has a certain frequency that depends upon the slip speed. So yung ating formula para sa rotor frequency, which is ang ginagamit natin is the F sub R. So F sub R is equals to P multiplied by NS minus NR over ng 120. Or we can use this formula na slip multiplied by the frequency. That is our rotor frequency. So that would be all for the discussion or the theory formula of our three-phase induction motor. So let's now proceed to our sample problem. Sample problem number 1. Calculate the rotor speed of a 60 cycle 14-pole motor if the slip is 5%. So ano yung given natin? Given tayo ng frequency, given tayo ng pole, and ng ating S, which is the slip, that is 5%. So for the given, so we have the frequency, the pole, and the 5% slip. Required is the rotor speed, the NR. The formula to be used is NR is equals to 120F over ng P multiplied by 1 minus ng ating slip. Okay, so finding the NR. So let's start with the solution class. So NR is again equals to 120F over ng P multiplied by 1 minus the slip. And then substitute na natin yung ating frequency, and then yung ating pole, and then yung ating slip. Okay, so ayan, so substitute na natin. So 60, and then yung ating pole, that is 14, and then yung ating slip, that is 0.05. And then what would be our answer for NR? NR is equals to, ayan, so ito po class, naka 4 decimal na, 488.5714 RPM. That is our answer. Okay po, so yan, I hope na pares po tayo na nakuha. So i-check natin class kung tama ba yung ating sagot sa final answer. Okay, so yan. So 488.5714 RPM. That is the final answer for our sample problem number 1. So let's proceed to the next sample problem number 2. A 4-pole single-phase induction motor is rated 20 HP, 220 volts, 60 Hz, and the speed is 1,750 RPM at 80% power factor. What is the percent slip at rated load? So again, anong given natin? So yung ating pole, given tayo ng frequency, speed. Ayan, so and then yung other ratings, ito yung mga ratings lang naman din class ito. Ayan, usually class, para makompleto yung ating problem, may mga rating na ganito, which is sometimes naman hindi naman natin naggamit sa computation. So, para lang maging kompleto yung description ng ating motor. Ano po? So, 20, and then yung kanyang voltage required and the power factor. So, we are asked to find the percent slip at the rated load. So, okay class, so let's proceed sa ating given. So, given natin is 4-pole, 60 Hz, and yung ating NR or rotor speed, that is 1,750 RPM. Ayan. So, usually class, ang if not stated sa problem, ang binibigay na speed, ayan, ano po, so is yung ating rotor speed. So if not stated sa problem, pero pag stated naman, so hindi yun. But if not, so ayan, usually ayun ay rotor speed. So that is for our given class. So let's go to the required. So the required is the percent slip, and the formula to be used is we first get the synchronous speed, which is 120F over ng P, and then pag nakuha natin yung class, isa-substitute na natin dito sa ating formula for the percent slip, that is NS minus NR, since meron naman tayo ng value ng NR, and then over ng NS. So multiply lang natin yung ating makukuha, kasi nakadecimal yung unang makukuha natin, multiply lang natin by 100 to make it yung naka-percent, kaya percent slip. So let's now proceed sa solution natin, class. So first is we need to find the value of NS. So the formula to be used is again 120F over ng P, and then class is substitute na natin yung ating value ng F at value ng P, which is 60 and 4. And what would be our answer for the value of NS? NS is equals to, so we have the value of NS, that is 1,800 RPM. And then, so slip is equals to NS minus NR over na NS. And then substitute na natin yung ating nakuha NS kanina, and then yung value ng NR. So that is 180, and then yung ating NR, that is 1,750. So yan, 1,800 minus 1,750 over ng 1,800 is equals to, so class, ayan, from here we will get this 1 over 36. So that is the value of S, and we need to have the percent slip. So i-multiply lang natin, class, by 100 para naka-percentage na ito. So the value of our percent slip would be, ayan, so percent slip is equals to 2.7778%. Ayan, naka 4 decimal na din po ito, class. So that is our answer para sa percent slip. So i-check natin kung tama yung ating sagot para sa final answer. Okay, class, so tama naman. So yung 2.7778%. So that is our percent slip. Okay, so the next one is, ayan, so we have the sample problem number 3. A 50 horsepower 3-phase motor rated 220 volts, 60 Hz, 75% power factor, has 6 poles. The slip at full load is 3%. What is the frequency of the rotor current at full load? So tinatanong natin dito, classes, yung ating rotor frequency. So again, anong given natin? So yung ating again, then yung ating slip, yung ating pole, yung ating frequency, and then yung ating rated load. Ayan. So proceed na tayo sa ating given. Given is 6 poles and 60 Hz, and yung ating slip, that is 3%. So required is the frequency ng rotor. The required is the rotor frequency. The formula to be used, we have to find, class, the synchronous speed, or the NS, then the slip, to get the rotor. Ayan. rotor speed, to get the rotor speed. Ayan. So, pwede naman class yung isang formula, so kung saan kayo nadadalian, it's up to you. Ayan, so, pwedeng in getting the NR, so try nyo yung isang formula. Pwede naman yung class, as long as tama yung procedure nyo, ay magkakamap naman sa same result. Ayan, and yung finding the FR or the rotor frequency, so we will use this formula para substitute na lang natin lahat. Okay, so let's now proceed sa ating solution class. First is we need to find the NS. So ano yung formula ulit natin? That is 120F minus 120F over ng P, that is the pole, and then substitute natin class yung ating frequency and yung ating pole, that is 120 60 over ng 6 pole. And then what would be our answer for the value of NS? That is NS is equals to 1,200 RPM. So the next one class is finding the NR. So we need to find the NR. Okay, so paano ba natin makukuha yung NR? Again, meron tayo na-discuss na formula kanina. So depende sa problem, depende sa given yung gagamitin yung formula. Pero yan, katulad ng ating nasabi nga kanina, we will use this formula. So yung ating slip, NS, yan. NS minus NR over ng NS. And then substitute na natin yung value natin ng NS and then ang ating slip na given natin. So yung ating 3% that, okay, so and in decimal that is 0.03, and then yung ating nakuha NS. Okay, and then atin lang i-manipulate, atin lang in getting NR. So itinaas lang natin to, so magmumultiply yung 3 and 1 2 RPM is equals to 1 2 minus NR. Okay, in getting the NR, so ilipat lang natin ito dito, and then yung product nito ilipat natin sa kabila para hindi siya negative. So NR is equals to 1 2 minus yung 36. So 36 is the result of 0.03 multiplied by 1,200 RPM, and the value of NR would be, okay, so that is 1,164 RPM. So that is the value of our NR. And now we are ready to find yung ating rotor frequency. Finding the rotor frequency, so ito yung ating formula na sinasabi kanina. Okay, that is P or the pole multiplied by NS minus NR over ng 120. I-substitute na natin class yung ating mga nakuhang value and yung ating given. So that is 6 multiplied by yan yung difference nitong ating NS, that is 1,200 minus yung NR natin na 1,164, then over divided itong mga to ng 120. Okay, so what would be our final answer para sa FR or the rotor frequency? Ayan, so that is 1.8 Hz. Okay, so I hope na pares tayo na naging sagot. Okay, so i-check natin class kung tama yung ating final answer, yung ating sagot dun sa final answer. Ayan class, so final answer is 1.8 Hz. So ayan class, tama naman. We get the same answer. Thank you class, and God bless po sa inyong lahat. Hope na you get something and you learn something from this tutorial, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. So thank you, class, and to God be all the glory. So thank you and keep safe, everyone. God richly bless you.